Hello, hello. I'm just like trying to figure out how to maybe that'll work. So crazy. Kind of like this contraption thing. How's everyone doing? Hi Maria, hi Cynthia. Hopefully you can hear me and everything is well. Joan and I were just in the background chit-chatting and talking about all kinds of creative things and business and life and all of that. And so MB is in the house. I said his name and he stopped snoring. Anyways, right behind me snoring. And so I went silent there, hoping that you could hear a big snort. So anyway, Marlon Brando is here. And so I wanted to let you know that the Boo Boo Loom is actually back on the site. And so while we were hunting through the forest looking for wood. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. I had taken a couple of the looms off of the site just to kind of have the wood for what we actually needed. But the Boo Boo Loom coaster maker is back up on the website. So if you've been looking for that, um, it is there along with the mini Wisdom Warrior. So that's the little 6-inch, not as small as the earrings, but I think it's like 3 by 6 or something. It's like the wood version of the baby jewel loom, so to speak. So hey Teresa. That's fun to see. Your Facebook image is so noticeable. I always see it and I'm like, oh, that's her. So here we are. It's Thursday. I'm super excited. It's countdown 1 week until I go to the Czech Republic. And so I'm kind of giddy. I think I'm a lot giddy because I just cannot believe that finally, after 6 years, I get to go on this trip with Jill Wiseman and our dear friend John. And we're going to meet up with 20 other amazing humans from all over the world. Actually, there are people actually who are coming who are not living in the States. They're from Europe or other surrounding places. And then, of course, all the people we're going to meet at the factories. And John and I were talking about, how we're going to be landing in Prague, which is really cool because the three of us are supposed to land at the same time. And so keep your fingers crossed that all that goes well and that we do that. And so we'll be in Prague for the weekend. And we do get a day to kind of like catch up on our sleep or, the time zone and all that good stuff. So it's just going to be so much fun. If I'm not mistaken, the Creative Soul box is officially sold out. And so if you're a Creative Soul member, I think there's 2 of you who have not your payments haven't gone through yet, but you're secure. So don't go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs right now. You're good. I got you. And then yeah, I'm pretty sure we're sold out. So super excited about that. I'm going to be shopping for the April and May Creative Soul box when I'm there. And I have no idea what I got myself into, but I think it's going to be really, really fun. And my distributor assures me that the boxes are going to be full of deliciousness and it's just going to be so great. But anyway, so yeah, so Neely and we were just on last week, right, Joan? I think it was just last week we were on and we did that really gorgeous. In fact, I forgot to grab it. Let's see. I have my Nile box. I got Nile in a box. So we did this gorgeous, the pink double drilled gemstone bracelet with the little seed beads and everything. Really gorgeous. I just absolutely love that bracelet. And so this week, because we're keeping the love for the SilverSilk product line and the SilverSilk loom, this week I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to work with a Jasper, which Nile was super stoked about because he loves that whole, neutral palette so that anybody can enjoy, wearing the bracelet. And even just from a fashion standpoint, it's always great to have that neutral piece so that you can wear it with your neutrals. Just that simple. But here's the funny part. Neely had sent me a bag of tricks, right? Right before Tucson. And we were supposed to meet up in Tucson. And then I didn't end up being able to go because, my dad was being, in his situation, we just had a lot of personal stuff going on with that. And so I finally sat down and I opened up this bag and I was like, what is all this? Because it's not the chain, the ball chain, and it's absolutely delicious. And anyway, so I took a picture of it. I'm like, Neely, what is all this? And so it is, correct me if I'm wrong, Joan, it's pipe. Do we still say the word chain? Pipe chain? Yeah. So it's absolutely stunning. And I mean, look at this hot pink. All right, this is all SilverSilk's product line. So you would be going to silversilkonline.com to secure. But this is, look at that hot pink and look at the pink crazy. I mean, seriously, right? Are we talking October, right? I absolutely love, love, love this. Perfect for the summertime. The other one that I just thought was so gorge. Look at the white. Yes, I did hear that he has the leather. We talked about that, and I'm gonna have to get some from him. But look at the howlite with the white, pipe. Isn't that cool? And I even thought with this, well, the white will go with anything, but he's got like a gray, the blue is even gorge. So anyway, I'm slightly in love with all of this, and I was so embarrassed because I was like, where'd all that come from and what is it? But Neely is such a gentleman. He's like, he totally understood. We're just both so incredibly busy. So with that said, I also went a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on the gemstones. If you go to the jewelloom.com home page, all right, there are now 16 different double drilled gemstones, and you are going to lose your Cheerios when you see them all. They are absolutely gorgeous. I emailed Ricky from Dakota Stones and I was like, listen, what do you think about adding all the double drilled gemstones to the Jewel Loom website, and we'll do pre-orders again, just to let people know what's out there. So there's a gorgeous jade, there's a cherry, there's rose quartz. There's a couple things I can't enunciate. Um, oh my heck, the lapis, you are going to do backflips over. Now, sadly, I don't have any of these pieces with me because, again, I just got this idea like, well, why not? We'll just put them up on the site. We'll take pre orders. They're not going to ship until I get back in May, just so you know that. But that lapis is dreamy. It is absolutely dreamy. I don't know if we can post a photo in the comments here on the YouTubes or not. We can't. Okay, Joan's head's going side to side. We can't do that. But yeah, the Amazonite. Oh my gosh, yeah. They're just so incredibly beautiful, and I just feel so blessed for all of us to have this relationship with Dakota Stones and to be able to do this buying situation. So again, I'm going to take orders on the gemstones probably through Monday night. I leave Thursday. I'd really like to secure the order no later than Wednesday, which is the 19th. And then I'll have them ship it so it gets back here I get back on the 4th of May. So then if I take that weekend to to get all the orders together and out, it's going to take a couple, you'll have like a couple weeks where you're waiting, but if it's worth it, it's worth it. Yes, Melanie, the Kambaba, right? Am I saying that right? Kambaba? Anyway, you have to go you have to go look at all these gemstones. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to use the gray pipe chain. It's really at first I was like, "Oh, is that going to work on the SilverSilk loom?" Um, but it's just flexible enough to work with the grooves, and I love it because um I feel like it's going to be even more sturdy. So I really like that idea. I don't know why that's I don't know that we're going to get that out of my head. It just is what it is. Okay. So Joan, I don't know if you want to make that the big one and make me the little one. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. We have a little more. Whoops. Okay, so let me get these guys. We're going to be working with the jasper. These are just stunning. I mean, they're so pretty. It's matte jasper. Um, they just have different hues of, this really gorgeous pale, like a mauve lavender, and then they kind of go into a darker shade and they're just stunning. And then I'm also going to be using the little Finding of Nile's. And I'm going to be weaving with 26 gauge artistic wire. And so I'm going to bring the SilverSilk loom. What is going on? Let's see. I might need to just bear with me one second here. There we go. A little bit better. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking one of the Jewel Loom buttons that comes in the designer pack. And at first I was like, oh, I don't know if that's the one I want to use. But then I put the plaid resin over it. And so now it's really nice and shiny. Can you kind of see that? It's got there we go. It's got some nice dimension. So this is the one with the shells and the starfish. And so I really liked that. I thought it would be really pretty. So I'm going to take the pipe chain and I'm going through that hole. And I want to give myself enough room down here on the bottom. And that should be good. And then I'm just very carefully putting that into the grooves. All right. You want to be careful when you are using the pipe chain or the ball chain, because this is wood, and so you just want to be conscious of how you're doing that. I'm going to then take the other end of the pipe chain and oopsie. And then we're going to very carefully put that into, you can almost hear it lock into place. And then let's straighten this out. And we're going to bring this one back up and we'll straighten that out. Okay, so now you can see it's a really nice, secure bed. Let me give you a better idea on what's happening right there. Let me see if I can scooch that down a little. No, I think that's where it's going to be. That's fine. Okay, so it's just resting on the top of the SilverSilk loom. Okay, so we're going to lay that down. And so I cut like I call them two jewel arms, right, of artistic wire. Let me bring that into the camera here. This is a 26 gauge rose gold. And I thought, let's see what happens if we, okay, I'm going to put this in front of me. Let's see what happens if we weave with that. And I know it's going to work. Okay, so I'm taking the wire and I'm going to leave a tail of about, I don't know, like 4 inches, right? And then I'm just going to twist this. So instead of wildfire, I'm going to do this and we'll see how it goes. Okay. Then I'm going to take this long old piece of wire and I'm rubbing it through my fingers because the heat from your hands, from your fingers, will remove any of the kinks from the artistic wire. And what I did, I do want to point out, let me bring this back in. I literally went and I took the wire and I poked it through every single one of the holes before we went on because I wanted to make sure that there was a hole. Not that I, for a moment, didn't think that there was, but I wanted to make sure the 26 gauge would work. This one is fine, this little guy that I've got over here, but I did notice that the hole wasn't exactly straight across on that one. So I chose to leave it out for right now, just to make it a little bit easier, you know, for being on air. So I'm coming under the warps. These are referred to as the warps. This is our pipe chain. I'm going to grab the wire and I'm going to insert it into this top hole. Okay, so it's 26 gauge. It's working really nice. And then we're working with a long piece. So we're really going to be conscious and careful of how we are sliding this down, just because we don't want the wire to get all kinked and crazy and knotted. And if it does, we just want to get our fingers and or our nylon jaw pliers. So we're going to drop it all the way down as if though this was like a beading thread, like wildfire. And we're going to pop it up and in between, just like we would. Okay. And then once again, I'm going to massage this. Let me find the end. This is an awfully long piece. I'm sure I cut way too much. So we'll have a better idea of what's really needed once we get going. So then, just as if though this were my needle and thread, I'm going to put it back into that hole and pop it back up here. Whoops, hold on one second. I want to keep it nice and straight. And then we're going to pull it through. By all means, you could just do the traditional weaving with your wildfire and your needle, but I just had this feeling, this little design feeling that I wanted to actually do this wire. And look at how gorgeous. That's going to be really fun. The rose gold there. So we're going to push that bead down just like we would normally. We're going to find the end of our wire again. And this is going to be important. Where's my, let me squeeze over here. Hold on. So my nylon jaw pliers, anytime you're working with wire, I just can't live without a pair of good nylon jaw pliers. Beadalon has these readily available. Okay, so then we're going to come under. We're going to find that hole just like we would with the needle and thread. And then once again, I'm just very carefully guiding the wire. You can kind of see how I have it feeding through my fingers. We don't want it to kink or strip. So we just want to be really careful how we're holding it. And then we're going to pull a little taut there. Okay. And then we're going to find the end of the wire. And we're going to go back through that hole, this time on the top of the warps. Definitely key to keep this straight. This is just an alternative. You absolutely don't have to weave with the wire, but I find that I just was kind of thinking about the look of what will look best laying on top of this pipe chain. Yes, I love working with Neely. Such a sweetheart. Hi, Carmen. Okay, so I want to do some adjusting here. I want to make sure, so bear with me. I'm going to bring my nylon jaws in. What you're going to find with these gemstones is that, well, they're gemstones, so they're not exactly always the exact same size or shape, which I love. So you're just going to have to work with them on the loom with the warps just to make sure. But let me bring this up so I can show you. You see how much prettier it is? Now you're going to have like a little sparkle instead of the dull, beading thread. Yeah. Okay. Melanie says, can you work with smaller links and just have more? Yes. I love you. Yes, you can. You can. And I don't know why I'm such a goose sometimes. I'm like, let's just cut a really long piece. In fact, I'm going to give myself a break because Melanie's going to give me permission here. Yeah, yeah, because you know what, Mel, it's just going to be so easy, like to add more wire, almost easier than the thread, because you can do really fun things with the wire by, just um, adding swirls or other fun things. So I'm going to trim my wire because this is just like, I know I'm cracking myself up. All right. So we're going to, I just trimmed it. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. My classes are at nighttime in the Czech, and so I think it's going to be like so fun. Hi, Betty. Okay, so let's pick one of these. So I'm coming under the warps. Yeah, and don't forget, like Melanie, you can like totally do the wildfire if you want, but I really am loving how this looks on the pipe chain because it's just going to look more artistic, so to say, Okay, so we're going to put this up here, and I'm just going to find the end, which hopefully is a lot less. Okay, that's better, Jules. Cracking myself up. See, I told you I'm just very giddy about my trip. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to find the hole, and we're going to go back through. What you'll find is, it's so important that this be straight. So this is 26 gauge. I just feel that 24 would be probably a little too thick to go through and then back through. Come on, buddy. There we go. Oh, hi, Linda. Yes, you did. You finally made it. That's awesome. Happy days. Happy. Okay, so we're just going to guide that. And you just want to make sure too, sometimes your wire might decide to do something funky under there. So you want to make sure it's all nice and straight. I just felt a kink. So hold on, I'm going to find it. Where did you go? Where'd you go? Yeah, seriously, these nylon jaw pliers are beyond important to have. Oh boy, let's see what's going on here. Okay. So we're going to once again take it through, help to guide it. Oh, uh-oh. Yep, see, now we want to make sure we got to get this little kink out of here. Nylon jaw pliers to the rescue, please. There we go. Brando's snoring. Can you hear it? Oh my God, so funny. He hasn't been snoring in a long time. This is artistic wire. It's a copper wire, so it's extremely soft. And it's the Beadalon. Artistic wire is now has been a part of Beadalon for several years. Come on, buddy. Yeah, it's a different idea, Linda. I wanted something nice to lay on top of the ball chain because I am not sure. Oh boy. I'm not sure that I would have liked the wildfire laying on top of it. And I think it's a little thick to go through. There we go. Okay, awesome. And again, you just really want to be extra conscious of like the wire because it might want to dance and then get a little kink in it. So let me bring this up so you can see. Yeah, let me go. Let's see. See how much prettier that is? Oh yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I like that a lot better. And the wire on top of the pipe chain actually adds like a little, I don't know, what do you want to say? Like a masculine, strong kind of feeling. I kind of like that. But you could do all kinds of things. All right, so let's keep going. I wonder if I could actually, like, tempted to get rid of more wire, which I'm going to. Hold on. I'm such a goober. Okay. So we're going to bring this under the warps. And let's see. I'm going to go for a lighter bead right now. And let that fall. Oh yeah, much easier to have a shorter piece of wire. I just sometimes like to make things so hard for myself. Little kink here. Yeah, these nylon jaw pliers are a godsend. Seriously, I don't know how anyone does wire working without a pair. Whoa. Yeah, so it's really important to keep this nice and straight. Lapis. There's lapis on the site. They're the dark blue ones, and they're on the homepage, Mel. Uh-oh. What do you got going on here, bud? Hold on one second. I got to get this little kink out. See how life is so much better with a pair of nylon jaw pliers. Well, what's the matter here, buddy? Why aren't you going through? There you go. Okay. So just be patient. You know, there's going to be a couple possibilities where you're going to just need to really be patient and guide that wire in. Yeah, there's no yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed too. I found out that the Moldavite, which comes from the Czech, apparently may or may not be readily available, and if it is, it's going to be quite expensive. But I can't imagine going over to the Czech and not coming home with a piece, but we'll have to see what happens there. Yeah, the lapis is on the website. It's a most beautiful lapis blue. It's gorgeous. And he's just back there sawing logs. What? I got like a little kink here. That's not being cooperative. Come on, bud. Thank you. Might have a tiny little bead hole right there. Let's see what's going on. Oh, don't make me cut. I might have to cut. Let me see. Okay, hold on. This is good though, because then we can figure out what we want to do. So where's it not? It's stopping right there. So I'm going to say, let's cut. Hold on. I'm in surgery. Give me a hot minute here. Okay. Okay, hold on. So we got this little piece. I wonder if there's something in here. It might be that this hole is... Aw, Deb, how's it going? Deb Floor's in the house. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to have to do something creative here. Hold on. Let's brainstorm, because I just had to stop. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to do it again. So this will kind of be like some little fun. Oh, this is going to be cool. Okay, see what I'm doing? Hold on, I'll bring it up to the camera. So I'm wrapping the pipe chain. So this will be like a decorative element. Okay. Oh, that looks really cool. It looks like a little barrel bead. So I'm just laying it on top of itself. So that'll be fun. That'll just be like a little design element, and nobody will know but me and you. What is that saying? Some of the best things come from little design faux pas moments. So we're going to leave that like that, and then we're going to start with a new piece. Let me make sure I don't grab the bad piece that had a kink. Piecing might be a better idea. It might go faster, and it might allow for other opportunities. So let's bring this in, and I think to secure, I'm going to do the same thing. We'll just go around. So we're weaving a Deb with artistic wire 26 gauge. So I'm going to do that. And then I might do like swirls. I might come back in and do like really tiny swirls with those ends. And I need for this to be on the left side, and I need for it to be coming under. So here we go. All right, we're back in business. Yeah, it's totally yummy. Okay, so let's pick a bead. Okay, so I'm loving these little, I'm loving this, what started off as a boo-boo, and oh, I don't like that bead, and a problem. I like how it's ending up. So that works out well. Okay, that's better. Better color combination. All right, so back in business. And we're just going to go back through here. So I'm curious to, like, I just don't know the food situation over there in the Czech. Everyone's talking about the pastries. Apparently it's pastry heaven. So yeah, thanks, Linda. I'm actually seeing the possibility now too of maybe even doing coming with other little pieces of wire at the end and doing little barrel, like this little look right here randomly in other places. I think that could lend a really cool look. Okay, so I need to get my nylon job pliers. Okay, so we're going to go through. Yeah, I'm highly going to recommend smaller pieces of wire. Making one long one was extremely overzealous, and that's not going to be my recommendation. Even though I started that way, I'm going to do a correction and not recommend that. So, right, Joan? She's shaking her head. She's so damn funny. Okay. All right, so let's bring this up. Oh, okay. Thought we stopped there for a second. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to come back over here and do some freehand. So we're going to come under again. I think for my wrist, I only need 2 more of these. Oh gosh. Okay, and don't forget though, Mel, they're not going to ship until I get back from the Czech, so they'll be safe and sound. But the thing too is, here's the funny thing with these double drilled, Dakota, from my understanding, they were not going to be able to get, this is like the quantities are limited and not necessarily one that was going to be coming back. And then I was like, well, wait a minute, that's a loom bead. That needs to go on the loom. So which ones did you get, Mel? Do you want to share which ones you got? Oh, you have the aqua ones already. Yep. And I haven't been able to get, you mean the little 5x10 aqua jaspers that we had in the Creative Soul kit? Because I can get those, but they're 5x10s and it's aqua jasper. But they're the little ones. They're 5x10s, not 10x20s. Okay, I need to like just massage my. Yeah, definitely a better I did to have smaller pieces of wire. So much more manageable, and I feel like I'm able to just be in a lot better control. Okay, so what's my next bead? Yeah, this looks pretty. And I should probably, I think, I can't remember if I did 6 or 7 for my wrist. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to take the Boo Boo Loom on the plane. My flight to Frankfurt from LA is 10 hours. I have a 5-hour layover in Frankfurt. And then my flight from Frankfurt to Prague is an hour. I leave LA, holy guacamole. I leave LA at 3. And I know I'm probably going to fall asleep. Believe it or not, I'm one of those crazy people that can sleep on the plane. And so I don't know. I don't know if I should bring, because then I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to weave. I don't even know what my seats are yet. You know, if I'm on the aisle and I'm all like weaving away, I don't know. But if I were going to take any one of the looms, I would take the Boo Boo Loom because of its size and the ability to really crank out a project. It's perfect for that. And of course, it's the last one, and I can't see the hole here. What's going on? Where'd you go, bud? Oh, come on now. Don't give me trouble on the last bead. Hold on, I'm going to turn myself so that I can see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, powder blue. The powder blue. Jasper the Jade. Oh my God, I just want to come and... Yes, yes, they're so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me get my pink bracelet and see. Because I can't remember. Let's see. Oh, one more. Okay. That powder blue looks absolutely yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so we got one more. I think I have just enough wire to do one more. Ooh, this is a pretty one. I didn't see that. So actually, even with all the Fumbleina moments and the chatter, doing pretty good timing. Once you got this rhythm down, now that we know we're gonna use pieces of, I think the longest I ended up using was what, like 20, maybe a 20-inch piece. That made my rhythm a lot better. God, he's like snoring. Okay. We're going to have just enough to do this last bit here. And of course, I can't see. Where are you at, bud? There we go. Oh, cool. Mel, was that from the Creative Soul kit? You were able to make 2? There was a lot of beads in that kit. Yeah, the gemstones. Well, Deb, thank you. I think it's definitely got some possibilities with the wire to do some fun fun attachments. I've got to move a little bit here. Sorry, guys. And you still have more? That's awesome. That's so good. So, hey, I started running ads today on Facebook. I feel like such a big girl. I would love to know if you see one. I will tell you that it's the image of the starter kit, the Jewel Loom starter kit. If you happen to see it, would you just make a comment so that I know it's actually that they're actually being seen, and by an audience that makes sense? It would be really fun to know that. So they just started running today. And again, it's the image of the Jewel Loom starter kit. So I'm just wrapping this around. Okay. And I wanted to, let me get another piece out here. I wanted to do some balancing. So I feel like one needs to be over in here. So let's see what we can do. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yeah, I had a meeting with my coach person that does that, but I will let you know for sure if it doesn't work, because those things are, well, it all depends on what your budget is, right? It's not that they're too expensive or anything. It's just what you decide to do, which if you've done that, then you know how that game works. So I'm just adding a wire element here, and it's a little Thumbelina just because, but it's fine. I'm just feeding the ends of the wire back down and then pulling them nice and tight. So it definitely adds a different element. I'm gonna say that I definitely, even though this is like a little Thumbelina, I feel like from a design standpoint, I would like this to perfect this more than I would want to see beading thread on top of the pipe chain. I'm not saying that it's a major deal breaker, but I don't know. You do it. You let me know what you end up thinking or liking. But I'm really kind of liking this idea best. So again, I'm going to leave these little guys because I want to clean them up. And so, yeah, so this is, I'm feeling, I got feelings. Let me get some wire feelings going on over here. Let me cut this piece. So I want to come over here. Oh, Gigi, I love your name. The spacer board at the top. Oh, there are two different bead boards. One is the SilverSilk. This is the SilverSilk bead board. And then there is a Jewel Loom bead board. Is that what you're referring to, Gigi? So I'm just going to get that out and come back in. I'm going to see for giggles if I can get some more wire through this bottom. I don't know. Let's see. It might just be too tight. Can I come from this side? Let me see if I can come from this side. Let me turn. Okay, cool. I just felt like I wanted to have this last hole a little bit more secure. So I'm going to wrap the wire around the pipe chain. I got like all these little spider monkeys everywhere. I would almost, now that I've kind of played around with this, I would almost do this on every, not every hole, but maybe every other hole. I mean, how pretty would that have been? I think I like that. I mean, you could. And again, now that I'm looking at this, I kind of like that idea like a lot. So anyway, let me just see where we're at here. Okay, I'll probably cut that. Yeah. So yeah, so I don't know if I would, I'm not going to go back and do it on this one just for time. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, how fun would that have been if we just had like maybe, every other hole you did the wrap around? I really think that would be quite stunning, actually. So, yeah. Okay. So I can take this off now just very carefully. I love how that works with the SilverSilk loom. Oh, yeah. Awesome, Jody. So I could tell you this, it's extremely substantial. I'm loving the feel. It's going to feel really, really nice and secure. And even though it's off of the loom right now, it actually might be a little easier if you wanted to go back in and do some more, some more of these loops. So yeah. So you could do a spiral on and bend it on top of the bead. Yes, you absolutely could. And I love, love, love spirals. So you could come in here and you could, I think this is a hair too long, so I'm going to trim it. And what I do is grab the very, very tip with my very pointy round nose pliers. I tried to get it to the point where I can't feel it, and I can't right now. And then I make, and see, that's a little. Back in the day, Mama could make some really good swirls. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Used to be the swirl queen. So you don't really want it to be on top of itself. Where's my flats? So very carefully, because you don't want to strip the wire, you could take the side of your flat and then just roll this into itself. But I feel like we got the basics down now. We kind of learned together. We want to work with pieces. We don't want to work with a 2-yard long piece of wire. That's just way too much. And we want to take more advantage of the wire as part of the design element on the pipe chain. And then like we're doing here with the swirl, as Linda mentioned, we're going to swirl it. And we can either lay it on the pipe chain. We can also very carefully bring it in and lay it onto the stone, which I'm digging like big time. Look at how, oh my God, seriously, I can't. I just can't. Okay. So I'm going to end up, Joan, do you want to bring my face back on? You could put my face and then leave this. You want to, can we put this in a little thing? Is that good? Well, Stephanie, I was thinking about that, but yeah, I'm just, this has kind of gone somewhere. Oh, sorry, this is in my face. Hold on. Let me get this out of my face. This is birthed in a whole different direction than my original idea. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it because this is going to look hot. Like now that we've learned, now that our minds are all like, "Oh, okay." Right? So now I want to see everybody's. So Stephanie says, if you start with a long piece, can you, let me see, where'd she go? Can you double wrap before you put in the next bead? I'm just going to say play around with that because why not? Why not? The thing though with the long piece, Stephanie, that I just had the personal experience with is that it was I got a couple kinks, and those are a pain in the tush to get out when they are so tiny and they turn. So I'm going to say, let's not work with such a long piece like I started off with. Let's go with some shorter pieces. And I'm just thinking that there are so many wire working elements now. Whoopsie. Let's see. That we can do. I mean, this piece is just really inspiring me right here. But I'm going to end up going in and doing some more because this is going to be like the middle. So yeah. Okay. But so anyway, Joan, do you want it? You can take this one off. I got this thing in my head. I feel like working with I know. It's so fun. It's so fun what you can do. Do you have any videos on decorating the wooden button like the resin? I know so Trisha, definitely there's the earring one where she's using the paints and the resin, but it's on the Baltic birch. So same technique, just a different, different piece. And what I would say, let me get it. Hold on. Let me just get the bottle. Don't go anywhere. So it is the Mod Podge. Okay, so it's Plaid's Mod Podge. And I literally just take the tip of it, and you want to be really careful with these because you don't want the bubbles, right? So it's better to let the product sit, make sure that it hasn't been shook. And then when you're applying it, you just really want to, you just want to be like really careful to put a layer down, and you're just you're smooching it out, right? You're just spreading it. And you don't want any bubbles. So you might want to keep like an old needle or stick pin, something around so that you can not have any bubbles. Okay. Mod Podge. It's readily available, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, you know, all your craft stores. It's plaid. It's plaid Mod Podge, and it's a small bottle. I've had this now, I don't even know how long. 2 fluid ounces. It's gonna last. Okay. Can you can brush, yeah, you could do that. I I like to pour it on because then it gives the illusion of more dimension. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, boy, this piece is, I hope Neely is happy once it's all done. I think he will be. It's very substantial. Like it's really, really the gemstones, the double drilled gemstones are really laying very, very nicely on the pipe chain. And not that they weren't laying nicely here, but they're a little more loosey-goosey, which is fine. They're gorgeous, still gorgeous. But this one definitely has more of a stiffness to it. So I'm going to take my time to clean up my wire because now I'm so inspired by you all, and I want to do swirly swirls and loop-de-loopies and all the things. And so we can, you know, I'm just going to close it the same way that I did my bracelet last week. And Joan, if you want to put that into the notes, we can do that. But and I'll definitely make sure to take a picture of my final, and oh my gosh. Okay. So we were weaving with the 26 gauge because it's thin and we needed to get through the hole. But by all means, now we can come back with a heavier wire. You know what I'm saying? So we can come back with a 24, or even, I don't know, play around with 22 might be a little too much. But now we because we're not going to go back through the holes, we're just decorating the pipe chain. I would recommend that. I would recommend that you actually up it a gauge at least to 24 and play around with 22. Because then your swirlies are going to be a little bit more substantial, and they're going to have a little bit more wow, and not for nothing if you wanted, which oh my heck, now I'm going to do this. I'm going to go see if I have any like burgundy artistic wire, because now I can actually, in these little areas, I can weave in some more wire. Oh my God, I'm like so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, did you understand that? Because I know I was like a little happy. Okay, so we weaved with a 26 gauge because we needed it to be thin to get through the hole and back through the hole. And then we did some things, but now we literally can go back because we're not going to go back through the hole. We're just decorating the pipe chain to make more of a statement. But don't go too cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because you still want the pipe chain and the jasper and the gemstones to have like a balance, right? I can't wait to see what you do. I can't wait to see what I do. Okay, let's see what's going on here, because it's inspiration overload. Exactly, right? I know. I'm sure I'm kind of like a child right now who knows that they're going to wherever, right? Like on a trip. And I'm just so excited. Like this trip is just so incredibly profound and so meaningful on like levels, just big levels. So much healing is so symbolic to this trip. And so it's just so heartfelt. So heartfelt. What's this say? Face red heart shape. I love it. I love it. I know. And I'm just so excited that I get to shop for so many of you. It's going to be so, so great. So great. It's going to be magical for sure. I know. It's just going to be so cool. I just can't wait. It's like you're all going with me. And I'm excited because guess what? Wi-Fi is free. So I'm like, oh, I'll be able to post. So hopefully I get like a TikTok dance in the middle of Prague somewhere, and And then we're going to a castle. Going to a castle where I do believe we're gonna be, like, seeing the jewels. Oh my heck, I'll make sure to take lots of photos for you. Yeah, it's gonna be really delish. Really super delicious. So, well, I hope that this inspired you. It's definitely different than what we've done, and it definitely evolved over this past hour. And and so yeah, I'm just really can't wait to go find another color of wire and incorporate that into here. So anyway, thank you all so very much. Joan, are you able to come on?
Oh,
You
let
can
me
get rid of my
mute
overhead.
the other
There you go. Okay. So next Thursday, you're going to be uploading a pre-recorded new how-to video that you did on the SilverSilk Loom. Am I correct?
Yes, and I will be in chat answering questions.
Okay. So next Thursday, we're not necessarily live because I'm going to be in the check, but Joan designed a project for you. Oh my God, it's so what?
Different way to weave on the silver silk loom. Totally
Oh
different.
oh my, okay. So it's gonna, yeah, it's Jewel Loom Live recorded, brand new project on the SilverSilk Loom with SilverSilk
Pipe chain, but it can
pipe
be done on
chain.
capture chain also.
Okay. All
And
right.
I'm going to
So,
show at least 3 different ways to end the project too.
oh God, you are such a blessing.
You know, besides mentioning a couple other different ways.
Okay, so are you doing that all next Thursday? Because don't you have another Thursday while I'm
Yeah,
gone? Or what
I'm gonna
happens
see.
then?
Okay, I'm gonna see how long it is. If I can get it all in an hour, it'll be one show. But if I can't, because I'm editing it now,
Okay.
then it will be 2 shows. But if not, I have an idea for the second week.
Okay. So even though it's pre-recorded, you all, it's going to be uploaded. It goes live at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on
Uh-huh.
next Thursday. You're going to be in the chat live
Right,
answering the questions
right,
with your recorded self.
right. So I get to watch too.
Okay. Okay. And then you're going to decide what happens the following Thursday because I'm not here and I'm going to have to trust that you're going to do whatever needs to be done.
Oh, I will. I've got a backup plan.
Awesome. Awesome. So Joan is in charge over the next 2 Thursdays. Please come watch, support her, ask her questions, and all
Well,
that good groovy stuff.
just a reminder, the second Thursday, though, I'm on vacation that week too. So that one I won't be in chat. But I'll be
Okay.
looking for all your questions and I'll be sure to answer them, you know, when I
Okay.
get back.
You'll just communicate. Can you do a little window when we see you live? Oh,
Not the way StreamYard is, because it'll be going through StreamYard and I can't access it when they when
oh, when it's
because I
pre-recorded.
have to be, yeah, I'll be on both YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, that's very
I
interesting.
can't do it through StreamYard because that's the way I'm doing it the way Neely does his tutorials, but
Okay.
except that I'm doing the chat instead of him.
Okay.
So, so it's going to work the same way, and I can't access StreamYard to be able to have a little window.
Okay. That's a
So we
bummer,
flip
huh?
in between the 2 tabs, checking everything.
Right. Okay. Well, hey,
Okay.
do what you got. Do what you can do, girl. Do what
Yeah,
you
I know what I'm doing.
you know what you're doing. All that. You know what? You and Neely just take over the Jewel Loom. Just do a takeover of the Jewel Loom channel with Neely.
Let's see if I tell him, oh, okay, Neela, you're going to do a tutorial on 2 Thursdays. See what he
Yeah.
says.
Just tell him to find a blonde wig
And act like Jules
and act like me.
and see what he says.
I can't believe I just
I would
gave you
love it.
permission to do that. Okay, Neely, if you get wind of this, you have my permission.
Oh my God. No, I'm writing him right afterwards. See what he says.
Oh my gosh.
That would
We
be
have no
hilarious.
fun around here.
The only thing is, like I said, his tutorials are, unless he's doing it with somebody else, they're already always pre-recorded too.
Right. Well, just tell him it's a family thing. He needs to step in.
You got to cover your baby mama.
I have my baby mama. He needs to cover his baby mama. Oh my gosh. So funny. All right, everyone. We love you so much. We're so grateful for you. So grateful for every time you choose to shop at Jewel Loom, that you choose to watch the education. I am beyond grateful. I love you, Joan. You make everything so much better, and so grateful for your time.
Oh, love being here. Love being
Yeah,
in chat with everybody too.
I know. It's such a great group of people. So everyone have a great weekend.
Can I do one
And
call out?
yeah, do call out.
We usually have a troublemaker in the chat, which she's been quiet the last few weeks. Vicky, what's wrong with you? She usually makes me laugh with her comments.
You know, you're right. Vicky is has been
And I
quiet.
thought she was on Facebook tonight.
Oh my gosh. So funny. Oh my gosh.
So
I
sorry
love
about that. I just had to call that
No,
out.
don't be sorry about that. I love it. I love it. Where's she at? Being silly.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, y'all. We'll see you again. Support Joan next week. And I will. Thank you, Deb. I will. Oh my gosh. I will. I'm already visualizing the trip to Portugal, by the way, too. I want to go to Portugal and teach. So I want you all to hold that for next year.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool?
I'm like, I kind of like this international thing. I used to do it all the time. I taught all over the world. And then it's been quite a bit. Here's Vicky. I have been watching some cat videos, but I am here. Neely with a wig. Oh my God. We're going to get in trouble. I love you.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye, guys.